Hello, all you spider monkeys. It's your boy Tone 202 coming at you one more again with a very interesting story. I'm a veteran, and recently I was talking to another veteran. This guy was 67 years old, and I was talking to him in the VA. And he was talking about mermaids. And he was talking about how the mermaids were helping people. He said he had went through the Bermuda Triangle, and he said when he went through the Bermuda Triangle, the time stood still. Everything just came to a stop. He said he had a new watch. He said he had a new watch on. He said his watch stopped. Everybody else's watches stopped. He said that. He said that they couldn't tell what direction what time what was. It was very interesting, but as they left the Bermuda Triangle, they were told not to tell what happened. But as they kept on sailing, he said that he also saw. He said he saw mermaids, and he also saw UFOs. Now I wanted to bring. He said he saw a UFO zip right past him. It was a disc underwater. Now, I believe these have correlations. I don't believe that mermaids and UFOs don't know that each other are not there. I believe that there's a whole civilization up under the water, because we only know that of 5% of the Earth's water mass itself. So there's another 95% that we don't know about, and we keep seeing things that we think are extinct, like the coelacanth, or the plesiosaur, which is locally called the Loch Ness Monster, out there in England. But nonetheless, as far as the mermaids are concerned, there's some mermaids that were spotted in Zimbabwe. And there's a story that these mermaids attacked these children. And when these mermaids attacked these children, they dragged them underwater, and then they let them go, and the children were able to make it to shore. They were badly hurt, but they were still alive. But the mermaids, they were hurt, but they're still alive. And a third boy ran and got the villagers in Zimbabwe and got the police. And they came, and there was a whole crowd of people there who saw the boys on the bank of the river. And this mermaid popped back up, and in front of everyone, took these kids and took them underwater and killed them. And then there was a teacher who was trying to get home, so she took a shortcut. And the shortcut involved crossing the river. And nobody wanted to cross that river because they were getting attacked by mermaids. And she said she got attacked by mermaids and mermen. I find this very, very interesting, because it just goes to show that there is a whole thriving civilization in the water that we don't know about. Now, there's been plenty of attacks in Zimbabwe, and I think it's because they're trying to build a dam. And these mermaids ain't having it. Now, we need to find out exactly what's going on, because the more that we expand, especially like in the South China Sea, what China has done is they are building sand. They have built up islands basically by using, dirt. They built up islands. They built military equipment on the islands, and they're expanding. They're finding ways to expand across the water. And when you do that, you can expand into somebody else's territory that you don't even know is there. So, and this is not a new thing. I mean, we've done it too, in different ways. When we find an island or something, we try to claim the island. Humans, one way or another. But nonetheless, now we've found ways to expand it. And there are discs, and there's all kind of things that is pretty much under the sea, as the song goes. Yeah, as the song goes, under the sea. Now, there have been other very, very large creatures found out in Iceland, and I forgot what they call these creatures, but these things are like biggest submarines. They're huge, and they are humanoid-like, but they for one, they look like they're made of ice, and they're swimming in ice water, you know, and it's just people. I think that we are outclassed, outnumbered, and we are out of our mind if we think that we are the most intelligent people on this planet. I think that's nowhere near the truth. I think mermaids appearing now even more than they have been are an example, like I said, of us expanding on other people's territory. I don't think that mermaids are particularly violent. I think that they're protecting themselves from one way or another. I also think that mermaids can possibly be expanding onto our territory. Meaning, I think that their civilization is grown exponentially simply because they don't have nuclear wars. You know, I'm willing to bet that there is less things killing them off than there is killing us off. Of course, there are predators. Of course, I'm sure there are diseases. You know, but I think that, you know, they're probably a lot more likely to live longer than we are. And when you have longevity in life and you keep spreading, next thing you know, your numbers grow, and then you start to become visible to people who, or species who don't think that you're there. It's just a natural thing. There's also been plenty of, you know, of people having visions of things that are underwater. There's also been a large disc. This thing is like 2 miles long, and it has been found under the water, and there is nothing man-made and there's nothing God made that can explain what this disc is, and the simple fact that this thing is moving. You know, it has moved several miles. I mean, this thing is colossal, you know, and it's moving and it's under there. So I not only think that mermaids exist, I think that mermaids have like, you know, we see like Aquaman and stuff like that, and how civilized Aquaman is and his whole kingdom under the sea. Listen, I don't think that's far-fetched. We found out plenty of times that what people make in cartoons are actually real. You know what I mean? They just make them in cartoons not to scare us. It's a good way to put something in front of your face so you're not afraid of it. Make it a kiddie cartoon, but the truth is, it really exists. Well, you know, the people in Zimbabwe, unfortunately, they know these things exist. And it's funny how these, you know, villages and, you know, countries see all of these, you know, beings and things that Western civilization just doesn't want to believe it's true. But the truth is, people, they are really out there. And they are alive. And they know who we are. And they're not afraid of us. It's your boy Tone 202. I'm out.